I am Najla Guthrie. My background is in science and research. I run a research company that I started back in 1997, so I'm very interested in providing evidence behind any products that come to the market. And my research has always been in natural products. I've always been interested in natural products. I started a company back in 1997 called KGK Science that provides the substantiation for a lot of the products that you see on the shelf today. Our company has had a hand in substantiating a lot of the claims for the nutraceuticals that you see on the shelf and most Canadians take to prevent disease and live a healthy lifestyle, as well as Americans today. I see a lot of similarities between the nutraceutical industry and psychedelic medicine today. Psychedelic medicine today is the Wild West, and why I'm very interested in psychedelics is because of the science that has emerged over the last little while. And these medicines have had evidence behind them back in the 50s and 60s, but all of that was paused due to the war on drugs and to the misuse, I think, of that movement at the time. So we fast forward to today and the science has reemerged. We've got a renaissance for these medicines, and I'm very excited about being able to shape yet another industry and to put it on really credible footing and to do things the right way and bring these products to market with the science behind them so that they can help the millions of people out there that need the help for mental health. So for me, my interest in psychedelics has really emerged based on the science that has emerged on these medicines. The science is compelling. When we look at the effect of MDMA on PTSD, when we look at the effect of things like psilocybin and even LSD on mental health, on depression, on anxiety, the research that's emerging is really, really compelling. And that's what got me interested in psychedelics. At heart, I'm a scientist. This has never been, to me, as a recreational play. I've never been interested in that or explored that. So for me, it's about the science and about how we can bring these products to market in the right way and providing the credible evidence behind them so that we can walk into the front doors of the FDA as well as Health Canada, convince regulators why these medicines should be used in mental health, why we should be considering these for people with treatment-resistant depression, with people that have anxiety, with people that have ADHD, with people that have PTSD. We really need to be looking at a lot of the different areas and how these medicines can help. So mental health impacts all of us. I would say that most people have had an incident in their life where they've experienced anxiety, whether they've experienced grief, whether they've experienced depression, and they've had issues in their life that they've had to deal with, or we know a loved one, we know a colleague. It impacts all of us and impacts all of our lives. And the way that these people are being treated today has not really advanced. When we look at the field of psychiatry, for example, and mental health, and we look at how we've advanced in all kinds of other fields of medicine, when you look and compare that to fields like cardiovascular disease, cancer, infectious disease, we have made huge headway in those areas. And in psychiatry and mental health, we're still using the same medicines we used in the 50s and 60s on people. We're still using SSRIs. And a lot of the time they don't work, or they only treat the symptoms. They don't treat the root cause of what is going on with the person. And what I really love about what I bring to this space and what I'd like to see happen in this space and to bring a community together is to look at it as an integrative approach. We need to look at the whole person, what's going on in the life of the whole person. Ketamine is the only medicine right now that we can use in the clinic that's approved to be used in the clinic. All of the other treatments, such as psilocybin and MDMA, are still considered experimental. They're still in clinical trial phase. They're still not approved by regulators. So ketamine is the only medicine right now that we can use, and it is powerful. It is powerful to help people's journey, to help people overcome addiction, to help people overcome treatment-resistant depression. And I'm really excited about working with people in the clinic, in our clinics, to get that done. What I feel that I bring to the table with this approach is the science-backed approach that I'm so passionate about. I want this to be done right. I want us to have the evidence behind the approaches that we use. I want us to have the evidence behind the protocols that we use, and to be able to provide the evidence and go to regulators, to go to Health Canada and say, this is why this should be approved. Here's the data. Here's why it's so compelling. And do it the right way. That's the only way we're going to get there as an industry. And I've done that in the natural products industry. It was the Wild West. You fast forward to today, and it's a $60 billion industry in the US alone for dietary supplements alone. And I'm very proud to tell you that most of the products you see on the shelf, our company has had a hand in substantiating the claims for their safety and efficacy. And that's what I bring to the table here. I want to do the same thing in this industry and help to shape it and make it credible and make sure that the products that come to the forefront and that are approved are safe and effective, and that are accessible to the people that need them the most.